Hey, there he is. New champ. Let's go. Folks.
Hey guys, can you sit down? Sorry about that. You good? Hey, can you lower your phone, please? Thank you.
Posey?
Yes, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for waiting. 1 minute 58 seconds of the first round. Jaron Boots Ennis becomes WBA interim world champion. Just the most frightening performance we anticipated, we could have hoped for. As I said in the ring, I know it's my job to promote fighters, and I've got to, always try and hype it up. But I've worked with some incredible fighters over the years, and I think this guy is the best I've ever worked with. I think he has everything you could look for in a fighter. Some fighters are defensive geniuses. Some fighters have tremendous footwork. Some fighters can punch. Some fighters are aggressive. Some fighters have great volume. He has absolutely everything. And this is going to be the most incredible journey over time. It's just getting started, 35-0. He lives the life. He's 28 years old right now. He's like 10 years younger than the pound-for-pound number one and pound-for-pound number two. And the future's incredible. So everybody here, questions for the champion and Bozy, the trainer, after another incredible performance.
Right here, Eddie.
Yeah.
Fourth time, I believe, fighting here at this arena. Can you talk about the third time? Can you talk about the progression, having been here back now in Philadelphia and now producing this type of a performance?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, me? Yeah, look, I mean, I think that Boots, sometimes it's easier for a fighter to fight away from their hometown, to be honest with you. And we did that in Atlantic City. That was nice. He loves fighting in Philadelphia as well. They've been incredible to him here. It's another great crowd tonight. I think it's likely the next one will be on the road if we get what we want and if we get what we've been promised. But, that doesn't always happen in boxing. But we know we've got here, and you won't see another fight like Lima, in my opinion now, because we don't want those kind of fights. That was a fight that we all sat down as a team with Everett and Boots and Ivan and everybody and said, we just need this one fight at 154, right? Just to test the body, give me a good top 10 guy, give me a tough opponent, and there's not one fight that he would turn down now. And now it's time. And if we can do it here, fantastic. But I think it's likely you'll see him on the road next.
So the fight that you were talking about and a lot of people are talking about is, of course, the Virgil Ortiz fight. Would that be a fight you target for the United States?
Absolutely. Look, we've had some incredible offers from Saudi Arabia, and that's definitely something we'll look at in the future. But I know Boots wants to bring big fights to America as well, and that's really important to him. Look, I've said it 10 times, 100 times. We sat in a room with Oscar De La Hoya and Eric Gomez, DAZN, the top executives, and we negotiated a deal to fight Virgil Ortiz. We all agreed, let's do it. We said they're both going to fight. Then January, February, March, wherever it's going to be. We even said, they said, let's do it in Dallas. I said, let's do it in Philly. And we all agreed, let's do it in Las Vegas. We went away on those terms that we agreed. We presented them to Jaron Boots Ennis. He signed the contract. We've never heard back from them. This week, Eric Gomez called me and he said, look, let's get Lubin out of the way and then we will do our bit to try and make the fight. So we give them the benefit of the doubt. I know Oscar wants to make great fights, but we are desperate for that fight because we're desperate to give American boxing super fights of 2 pound-for-pound guys in their prime. Not 2 guys that are in their late 30s, not 2 guys that are coming to the end of their career, 2 guys in their absolute prime. So if everybody's true to their word, you will see Boots against Ortiz in early 2026.
No need for a Zuffa belt.
No need for a Zuffa belt.
JP Miranda, Latino Sports. Was that level of resistance from Lima about what you expected? And that question's for Boots or for yourself, Eddie.
What? You said what?
Was that level of resistance from Lima about what you expected?
I mean, he a bigger guy. He was a bigger guy. He fought at 60 a couple of times, and I just wanted to test my body out at 154. That's not the original guy that we was trying to get though, but yeah.
Okay, and secondary question. I mean, from my sources within Golden Boy, they tell me that Boots is not necessarily their top target.
Not surprised.
So if Boots is not on the plans for Virgil in his next upcoming fight, if he beats Lubin, who would you then pinpoint in terms of, because you need a marquee opponent for his next fight? I mean, who would be the two other guys that you would pick out?
Mertzalayev, Fundora, Zayas, Abu, anyone with a belt.
Yeah, but are any of those guys realistic options?
Absolutely.
On the other
Absolutely.
Side?
I've noticed you've asked me a lot of questions this week. Everyone's been generally negative. So we're going to put a positive spin on it. I'm the best in the business. He's the best in the business.
Facts.
I'm going to do my job. He's going to do his job.
Facts.
And I've got to do my job because I don't want to miss this opportunity to watch this guy beat everybody. And I'm going to fucking enjoy every moment of watching him become the pound-for-pound number one.
Yes, yes.
Next question. Yes.
Eddie, Kevin Garcia, K to Puerto Rican Kid KG. Just following up on that, right? We saw Crawford just get the fight of his life, right?
Yeah.
And it took forever. He languished. How do you avoid that for Boots? Boots is obviously showing that he's the guy at 154, and that's what you're looking for him to make that statement and solidify it, right? How do you keep him from being avoided when you see the other 154-pound champions are spread out promotionally?
You have to pay the money, and you have to hope that people have ambition to take on the best and create a legacy and fight other champions and fight the best in the game. We're in a really good spot right now where we have the biggest TV contract in American boxing, in the real boxing world. And for us, we need to work with other promoters to make sure that we can make those fights. But I have to admit, we need the fighters to have the ambition to try and be the best. And I just hope they're full of that ambition. I hope they want to chase legacy, but we do have to pay them a lot of money. And we realised that with Stanionis, because we were under pressure to deliver the Stanionis fight. And he was the best welterweight in the world outside of Boots. We paid up, we got the fight, he destroyed him. We've got to do the same at 154.
And just one follow-up question for you. I asked Boots this question a few weeks ago. You know, when we talk about Zayas has made mention of if he's going to defend, he wants to defend in Puerto Rico. You've been in Puerto Rico before. Would you entertain that? Would you take Boots to Puerto Rico?
Yeah, but I think he means more of a homecoming fight.
Sure.
Listen, Xander Zayas against Boots, Puerto Rico weekend, Madison Square Garden. Have some of that.
Let's go. Yeah.
All of Philly will come up to MSG for that fight. Zayas is a great young fighter. I believe Zayas has ambition to test himself with the best.
I want to ask you that. What's the bigger fight for you financially? Is it Zayas in New York, or is it Virgin in?
Either. I mean, Zayas comes with a belt, right? Don't forget that Virgil is an interim world champ. So's Boots now. So I want him to win world titles, become unified. But really, I'm important in this equation. This is the boss, so he will make the decisions. I don't think he really minds, but he's the guy that you should be asking. Who do you prefer, Zayas, Ortiz, Fundora, Mertzalayev?
It don't matter. I'm on tour right now. Just bring me whoever you want. Whoever take.
Yeah, whoever.
Hey.
Oh, whoa!
We're not doing this time. We're not doing this time, yo.
Yeah.
It's like the hardest transition in boxing. How is it with the 10-ounce gloves, and how is the extra weight?
Oh, okay.
You see a lot of guys who can't make that jump. How did you? I mean, obviously the performance was A+, but
Yeah.
how did you feel?
I feel way better at 154 for sure, and them extra 7 pounds did justice. I feel great. I was feeling great all fight week, and like I said, I was on. Even when I it was my last training for my last workout. Basically, I felt great. I usually don't want to do nothing around that time, but I felt great. I was energized. I was moving around, all that stuff. So I like 150. I love 154
Did you feel the difference in the ring too, Boots?
for sure.
So it was the weight cut, the preparation, and also the performance in the ring. It all came together at 154?
Everything fell right into place. I had great sparring. I had a great camp. Strength and conditioning camp. Everything. I ate right. I enjoyed myself. It was a great camp.
Ron, tell us what you saw in there, for as short as it was in there. What did you see in there that led to what you did in there tonight?
I was trying to test him out, but once I seen he wasn't really like trying to like come forward too much. Before I even got in the ring, my pop was like, "Don't play with him," and I'm like, all right. So I just went in there and just, kind of like went for the kill.
Did you figure out which shot was going to be the thing, the catalyst that started everything?
Yeah, my team was just saying either uppercut or a hook, but stay behind that stick, be sharp, take your time, and it's gonna come.
You get this win for Philadelphia, especially the week they just went through with all 3 Philadelphia teams.
You got to pocket. It was a great win, for Philadelphia, and I'm gonna continue keeping on for the city as well.
You brought 4 fights to Philadelphia. Overall, how do you think Philadelphia's done hosting these events, and do you think they're ready to host a major title event?
Yeah, I know we'd sell the whole thing out for a big name, no question. But also important tonight, I think, as well, to mention to hear Smalls and also to Dennis as well. I thought that was a great opening fight for the card. Obviously, we lost Khalil Coe against Jesse Hart, so we upgraded Dennis to the main card, and it was a big step up for him. It was a great fight. Everyone loved it. So Boots is adamant about bringing young talent from Philadelphia along on these shows, and for them guys to get 2 main card slots was amazing for them tonight.
Yeah, my question, my name is Chris Murray from the Philadelphia Sunday Sun and for WURD Radio. Bozy, you always talk about wanting to see different things in your fighter. How would you view Boots' evolution as a fighter, especially with tonight's fight? And Boots, I would ask that question of you as well. Now, how would you view his evolution as a fighter? What has he gotten better at, in your opinion?
Well, Boots always been better at everything. Nothing changes. It's according to who he's fighting. You know what I mean? If you see him fighting somebody like Virgil or the top guys, you'll see him go to another level, man. You know what I mean? It's who's in front of him. If he find out the guy can't punch, the guy's nothing, he get in there and play with him. But I told him to make a statement tonight. I said, make a statement, go out there and take this boy out. And he did what I told him to do.
Is the sky a limit for how good he can get, though? Is the sky a limit?
I mean, you
will
always
see.
Well, with me, I don't like. You always can get better at something, and like I always say, you can learn from a little kid. Like I feel like I'm always can get better and improve it in any aspect of the boxing game. So that's my goal, to keep getting better and get better, and to keep listening to my team, my corner, and things like that.
Boots Jay with Sportbox TV official. So we keep on bringing up Virgil Ortiz, but hypothetically, what if Lubin beats Virgil Ortiz? Are you still looking to stay at that level next, or are you going to go for a title?
I mean, I about to say it's a great fight, and I think it's a 50-50 fight for sure. You can't really sleep on Lubin. Lubin a crafty southpaw. He's sharp. Right. He can punch as well. So it's gonna be a great fight. Virgil bring the pressure and got a good jab, throw a lot of punches. It's a great fight for boxing. I think it's 50-50 fight. But we'll take the winner, or like I said, or the belts. I'm trying to be undisputed. Collect these belts and shut y'all up, because y'all talk too much.
Yeah, they run their mouth a lot. They do run their mouth a lot. You know what I mean?
For
Boots,
sure.
You mentioned a couple times now about being on tour.
Yeah.
Eddie, you organized a Loma fight
you the main one.
in the UK. You organized the Triple G fight in the UK. Surely that great fan base in the UK would welcome a Boots fight.
Oh, yeah.
Would a Boots Murtazalia fight do business, in your opinion, in England?
Yeah, I mean,
what are your thoughts?
he's 2 non-Brits, but Brits are massive fight fans. Like, that's why I want Boots to come. Obviously, Bozy trains Jack Cattrall now. He's fighting co-main event on Ben Eubank. It's going to be 70,000 people there. We're going to have breakfast tomorrow morning. We want to make sure Boots is going to travel around and put his face out there, because I'm saying he's going to be a global superstar. He's got to get on a plane. And when he comes to London, he won't believe it, because he'll get mobbed. Like, I bought...
Chill, we're not doing it this time, yo. Yeah, I got chill. We're not doing it this time.
Yeah,
yo,
I don't even know that in England. That's not even a Diddy thing.
He said, yo, he said mob, yo, not mob.
Mob.
No,
No, I ain't say mob. He said mob.
mob, yo.
Okay.
Not mob, bro.
Stop it.
They drew it.
Stop it with your potty mind.
So, Eddie, returning to that real quick.
Yes.
Boots in England. England welcomes fighters, especially stars from the United States.
One day we will fight all over the world. But right now, we're really focused on the belts, the big fights, and that will be in the United States next. But I want him to come to the UK, you know, because he'll be shocked with the reception he gets in the UK. He will get completely mobbed. Like, you know, there's a lot of people watching that fight tonight, particularly in the UK, and tomorrow morning when they wake up, you know, and they listen, and me chatting my mouth out all the time, that, you know, they listen and they know.
Simon Jordan, maybe?
Simon Jordan. Don't worry about Simon Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
Any other questions, guys?
No.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what I tell him.
Boots. Vince the writer here. You mentioned a lot of the contenders or the champions who are currently in their prime. Will you consider taking an older person such as a Keith Thurman if that matchup came to the table?
We offered Keith Thurman for this fight. We spoke to BBC. We asked to fight Keith Thurman this fight, but they ain't gonna fight Boots.
Yeah.
When will the talks with Dana White begin?
Dana White about what?
What, UFC?
What?
Since Dana White's now getting into boxing.
Yeah, but we're not interested. I mean, we're real boxing. No, I'm serious. No. You know, we don't want to change the ring. We don't want to change the Muhammad Ali. You know, this is how we work with an open book with Boots and Everett and the team. I don't want to hide the revenue from the show. These guys get to see it. Right. And Boots is making a lot of money. And he deserves a lot of money because he's a star. But guess what? All right, you are making a lot of money. Especially for 1 minute 48 seconds.
Yo.
I thought I'd get some kind of discount or something.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Yeah.
We'll talk tomorrow.
Exactly. He's. I think, actually, I would go as far to say this. Per second, I think Boots is the highest paid fighter in the sport. Do you know what I mean?
Yo! What?
What, your purse for 1 minute 48?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some guys are doing 36 minutes and getting the same money.
Expand on that, though, please, Eddie, because I don't think a lot of people will, I mean, people here will, but in the general public understand that point you were making about the open book, about the percentage splits,
This is
about
what I'm
the
saying.
difference between this and the UFC model.
In boxing, the majority of the revenue from the show goes to the fighter. In MMA, the majority of the revenue from the show goes to the promoter. Good luck to him. I wouldn't moan, but that's not how we work in boxing. And I'm not interested in a fake belt. I'm not interested in changing the Muhammad Ali Act. I'm not interested in changing the shape of the ring or the rules. What I'm interested in is the greatness of the sport of boxing. And what you're looking at here is the greatness of the sport of boxing. I want to see fighters like Boots, who I believe can go down as generational greats, like Hagler, like Hearns, like Whittaker, like all these great fighters. He is of the same ability. And our belts matter. I'll ask you the question, right? Belts matter to you?
Yeah, for sure.
This belt, this is an interim world title. Boots was really happy when we got this on the line. You don't understand. These are belts that he's seen his heroes wrap around their waist. He wants the WBC title. When he won the Ring magazine at 147, he was over the moon. Mm-hmm. He's a guy chasing legacy. And just like that, I mean, do you notice our production is so good? When I get really dramatic, we lower the lights and everything. Yes. Couple more.
It's a great win. Can Boots hold the belt and everything for some pictures?
Yeah,
that'd be great.
We'll do it after this one. We'll hold it up. Yeah. Right. Careful.
I just have a question. JP Miranda, Latino Sports again. I just have a question in regards to weight. I know I brought up the name Ben Whittaker that you recently signed from the UK, 175-pound fighter that I think could be a potential superstar in the future. I know you bring up Boots' name in reference to Bud Crawford a lot, but when I look at Boots, the fighter I most closely align him to is Canelo Alvarez, who won a world title at 175 pounds. How far in terms of weight, and this question is for Boots, do you think you could possibly go? I know you mentioned 168 pounds. Do you think at some point...
How I'm feeling right now? Probably cruiserweight. It's like no, probably 60, 68 for sure.
So you think 172 is something you know,
172.
yeah, at some point maybe
I don't know.
for a catchweight fight.
Yeah,
And, I'm talking about years down the line
yeah.
for a mega fight. Let's say Ben Whitaker is a superstar at that point, and you have a
Yeah,
big
listen,
fight.
that's like right now.
Years down the line.
I think this is prime 54.
Yeah,
60 is going to be no problem. 68 starts to become. But you know, true greats like him only get beat or get competitive when they go too far in weight.
Nah.
Do you know what I mean? So we don't really need to do that. What we need to do is rack up all the belts at 54. I want him to become a 3-division undisputed champion. We couldn't become undisputed at 47, but we unified. So that's great. But 3, 4-division champion. We've got undisputed is a beautiful thing. And when we say about belts matter, undisputed matters to him. That's important.
Eddie, these guys are talking about possibly bringing Boots to England. Should Conor Ben be successful in the rematch? Would he be a possible candidate sometime?
Yeah, I mean, I think he'll go to 47. But again, once you've been at 60, coming back to 47, it's not easy.
Yeah.
So maybe he comes to 54. Look, Conor's a world-class fighter, but you know, I'll be honest with you. I don't really want to put my guys in with him. Genuinely, you know, because I don't like having two guys fight each other anyway. I know it's inevitable. But, you know, I want to see Conor fight Lewis Crocker, Marius Barrios, those kind of fights. And in time, he's getting better and better. But, this is Conor's a world-class fighter, but this is a guy that, you know, when you got someone as good as Boots, I want to see him fight the other guys, not my guys. Do you know what I mean? I want to see him go through and knock everybody over like dominoes.
It's bigger, it's probably an easier fight to put together.
Yeah, but, you know, I think, first of all, Conor wants a world title. And Boots wants a world title, so let's do that job first. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Been phenomenal being in Philadelphia this week. And as I said, remember what we tell you, and you know it deep down. This is the absolute future of the sport of boxing. Thank you. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause. Jaron Boots Ennis.
My man, how you been? All right, thanks.